People tend to see the highlight reel of becoming a coach, but this is what it's really been like for me since getting qualified. So I left my corporate job that on paper gave me everything I could want. There was money, stability, and long-term security. But over time, it started to feel a bit repetitive, a bit monotonous, and it started to feel like there was just something missing. The gym had always been such a huge part of my life, and I remember going to the gym in the evening and watching the personal trainers with their clients and just thinking, my God, like how cool would that be to be able to do that all day versus being in front of a screen for 9 hours? And so I quit my job. I got qualified with Image Fitness, and within a number of weeks, having my cert in hand, I landed a job in a gym. And I learned really quickly that there are layers to being a coach, and there is so much more opportunity than I anticipated. I realized I loved leading groups, group sessions, group classes. There was something about the energy, the people, and the connection you form in those group settings that would just light me up. I then progressed to going one-on-one with clients, hosting events, leading retreats. And with time, I've built a community of women that now trust me with their very individual journeys, no matter where their starting point is with movement. And when I stepped into this career, I expected it to look like one thing. You see things on social media, you see coaches, and you just expect your journey to mimic theirs, when in actual fact, it was something so different and something so much more impactful than I was anticipating. And I've learned quite a few things along this journey. The first thing I learned is that being a gym floor PT is demanding. It's going to require long hours on the gym floor, sometimes split shifts, and sometimes your schedule is going to change on a week-to-week basis to accommodate your clients. And so my one piece of advice, or the biggest thing I've learned since stepping into this career, is to strike a balance between being adaptable, but also having firm boundaries with yourself and with your clients for your own sanity. The second thing I learned along this journey was that empathy is such a core pillar of being a good coach. Every client that comes to you is going to be on such a different journey and such a different starting point, and to be able to meet them where they're at and give them the natural next step for their progress is such a rewarding skill to develop as a coach. And the third thing I learned from stepping into this career as a personal trainer was the importance of being self-motivated, especially if you're going to step into the realm of being self-employed or running your own business. There's not always going to be a framework for what needs to be done. There's not always going to be someone to tell you what the natural next step is. My advice would be to get comfortable with the sense of discomfort. Don't wait until you feel like you've got everything figured out, all your ducks in a row before you jump. Coaching is by no means an easy career, but my God, it is one of the most rewarding and fulfilling careers you could step into. And if you're interested in diving a bit deeper and understanding the difference between being a gym floor PT and an online coach, stay tuned for our next email coming your way.